Hello YouTube, my name is Peter Tehan. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Reason why I'm doing this video is basically I want to show you the transformation that goes throughout my transforming into a better, healthier person. About 2.5 months ago, I went into emergency room because I was getting shortness of breath and tight chest, thinking that I was having some sort of heart attack. And so rewind that before the night before, I was with a friend and we were hanging out and I was smoking and I was getting tight, short-winded then. So I threw away the cigarettes. So I'm no longer smoking, so I quit smoking. And it's been about 2.5 months. But anyway, the next day I'm out running errands and I get tighter and tighter and tighter. And so I say I need to go to the ER to find out what's going on. So I went to ER and they couldn't really figure out everything. They did an EKG, they did everything in their power to figure out what was going on. They did a CAT scan, they did an X-ray, and nothing could what's the phrase? Nothing could result into any actions as far as that point. However, they did decide that I was obese, and so at that point, when I came in, my oxygen rate was down to 72, if I recall, and so they decided to put me on oxygen 24/7. So this is why you see the tubing. And if you look, and that's the machine that generates the oxygen for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. On top is the machine that fills my tanks, so I could go out in public, and I carry a backpack, and I'm on what is it they call? I'm on 4 liters right now of airflow, and so that only gives me about 2.5 hours of being mobile when I'm going out. So if I need to go out, I need to take extra tanks with me, and right now I have 4. So and that gives me plenty enough time to go out and do some things. But on the downside of that, because I'm on oxygen and because of that, I can't work, so I'm doing temporary disability from where I work here in the Springs, and I've been on that ever since. And it's not how I want to be. I've never been a person who took advantage of the system, and where you've seen those people like they're on welfare, and I'm not trying to stereotype, but I'm just saying, I mean, I'm just saying. But in any event, back to me. So now I want to show you what I'm going to be going through. Now everybody here on YouTube that I've been seeing, they all call it a transform. That they did a transformation. And in reality, it's really not. It's a lifestyle. You have to change everything you know. And for me, that's a lot. I mean, I know I skip meals. I drink a ton of soda. Let's see, I don't exercise. Let's see here, I eat some fast food. It's always about, I've never been a binge eater, so it's always been what I ate versus how much I ate, if that makes any sense. So with that, I'm going to have to change everything. I mean, I hardly eat vegetables, I hardly eat fruits, and if I do eat, it's only when it's been put in front of me. I never actively seek, ooh, I want that pear. You know what I mean? So it's not something that I wasn't a go-getter in that regard. But nevertheless, though, all that's about to change because, I'm ready for it. I mean, this was a wake-up call. And for those who have addictions and whatnot, they've always seemed to need that kick in the ass, that you could have an intervention, you could talk into your blue in your face to someone who has an addiction, but until they want to change, they'll never listen to you. So, and unfortunately it's true, because I went down that same very road. But now with my kick in the ass, I'm ready for that change. And so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do daily posts, I'm going to do weekly posts, and keep you updated as far as like how everything's going. I'll tell you my weight. I'll discuss appointments with doctors right now. I had this they want me to do a gastric bypass surgery. There's 3, and they're leaning towards the most dramatic one, which will be the best results. A friend of mine's mom had it, and she dropped 99 pounds already, and it's only been less than 6 months since she had it. And so I think my BMI, they want me to be around 175 to 200 pounds. I'm 5'5", and at the moment I'm 310. So when this started, just so you know, to show you that I'm being serious about this, I was at 321, and now I'm down to 310. So that's saying something in as far as what I'm doing. Not a lot, I understand that part of it, but you know, it's a beginning, and it's definitely more than what I was doing beforehand. I won't be able to go to like gyms and work out because I don't have that kind of money. So if anybody has any kind of starting tips for me as far as for like how to do in-home exercises, that'd be awesome. I do walk around the neighborhood from time to time. I take my dog Panda, he's an Australian Shepherd, and like I said, I to go out I have to carry that oxygen tank, and so I don't do it every day, but I do try and do it at least 3 times a week. And so, and for now, that's pretty much where everything is standing as far as that goes. And just so you know, as far as for what we're doing for the gastric surgery, I've had a test for a psychiatrist to make sure that I'm, you know, fit for it, and so that I'm not gonna fall back unless I do it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stick with it, and like I said, change my life and be a lifestyle event, not transformation. Granted, it is a transformation, but it's more of a lifestyle. But anyway, so I had the test for that, and so we're good there. So now the next step is I meet with a pulmonary doctor, a specialist, and do an 1.5-hour test with him to make sure that everything's good to go there. And so, to give you an update from that, we did, what was it? We did a sonar test on my heart earlier, not a sonar, but what did like for a pregnancy? Anyway, to check my heart, to check everything, to see if everything's okay with there. And they discovered that my heart's a little enlarged, but nothing major. So I always knew I had a big heart. So, nevertheless, though, so we had that, and so now, and then the next step after that is to get my thyroid under control for years. And another side of the reason why I'm overweight is because I've always been neglectful of my thyroid, and so I've been diagnosed with hypothyroid when I was very young, and I always gave my family pushback as far as taking the daily medicine because, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. That wasn't clearly. So for that was my pure stupidity. So I mean, to give you an idea, at one point in time, my TH level was above 450, and so now I'm finding back on the thyroid. I'm taking 175 micrograms, and I'm down to 29. And so now they need me to get to below what they said the rate should be, like 3 to 4, or even as high as 5, but as to be okay for the surgery. And so, you know, it's just one thing after another, and I'm being snowballed here. But and the ironic thing behind everything is that I'm 39 years old, so it's like I'm getting a second chance on life. So my first half of my life, I fucked it up. You know, I made a mistake, and I took it for granted that, you know, oh, I'm going to be here, you know, modern medicine is going to save my life, so I want to do whatever. You know what I mean? That's my mentality. But when I had got put on this, and like I said, it was a wake-up call for me. So, you know, we're gonna turn things around. It's gonna be slowly but surely. But like I said, I'll do weekly updates and let you know, and I'll show. I'll try and add more to the footage as far as for like me walking, me trying to eat, stay straight, visits with my doctors, and you know, I'll try and keep it real, like a live documentary, so to speak. So please subscribe to my channel, check, and then you know, check in from time to time and see how I'm going, because this is an adventure. And for anybody who else is overweight, you're going to want to watch this video, because I'm going to change the mentality of being healthy. Is not a bad thing. The only thing I don't like about being healthy is the fact that I'm catching on now that it's more expensive. It's cheaper to get a soda than it is a bottle of water. I can't figure that shit out. But in any event, we're doing it nonetheless. So please subscribe, and I'll keep you updated. And wish me luck. Take care, YouTube. Hope everything's going well for you guys. Have a good day.